Hey YouTube, Temple Crazed here. Another installment of what's in my collection. So here we go. I got 5 items I pulled out to go through. I'm gonna start with I'll start with probably the newest one here. The newest item, not the newest in my collection, but the newest as in years. So we got here. We got a 2020 Tall Grass Prairie America the Beautiful quarter. But as you see right down in there, let's zoom this sucker back in again here. Here we go. See that W right there? That means it's West Point Mint. And in 2020, you got the V75 for Victory 75 privy on these, which was victory of 75 years of the World War II of our win. So of these, they did them in 2019 and 2020 from the West Point. 2019 does not have the privy on it. But basically they only did 2 million of each type. So 2 million of each of the ones that they did, and they were set to go to general public. These were not in mint sets or anything like that. Part of the whole deal of making these is they had to go into the general circulation. So these things are really rare, actually. I mean, 2 million for that. Just this one style here. So when you find these, I mean, I say keep them. Hold on to them. I've sold a couple of them, and I wish I wouldn't have. I mean, they sell good. It's a 25-cent quarter, a new one, you know, and they sell for about $25 in really nice shape like this. So, but I'd still recommend keeping them. I mean, it's West Point quarters. They're worth a decent money, and that value is only going to go up as they get more and more rare in a good condition. You know, they'll get circulated. People won't remember or won't know that they should be keeping them, and they'll get more circulation. So make sure if you find, look at all your quarters that are 2019 and 20s, and look for that W. If you find that W, put it aside. There's gonna be money there someday. A lot of it, I think, in my personal opinion. All right, let's go to the next oldest coin that I have out here today. This is in original mint color and everything. I mean, it's got some wear on it, but everybody's favorite, we got a Morgan silver dollar. 1900 Morgan silver dollar, good Liberty. You can see the wear though right here above the ear. It's got this lovely, wonderful patina on it. Beautiful coloring. I love it when they get this kind of a darker patina to them. But here, see, you got the wear on that breast there and on the feathers, but then look down here. That's right. New Orleans mint. I know everybody loves the Carson City, and I understand why. Carson City didn't make as many, so they're worth quite a bit more and stuff, but I don't know. I personally like the ones that came out of New Orleans. It's a beautiful coin, nonetheless. It is, like I say, in my collection. In this condition, probably can be had for $45, somewhere in there. In this condition, it's got some scratches up top here, so. But like I say, it's in my collection, and that's where I plan to keep it. I may even send this off and have it slabbed up, just to stop any deterioration or anything. So, again, I like that. I love that coin. So let's see, next oldest. The next oldest one we got here. Look at that beauty. 1864 Indian head. And you can still read Liberty. It's not defined as nice as we would like, but still an 1864 Indian head. And this one is a copper nickel. So in 64, there was two different ones, the copper nickel or bronze. Copper nickel is the kind of more desirable one, really. It's a beauty. It's got very, very nice detail. Very nice details. I should really send this thing off for grading too. It's probably, I don't know, maybe AU 50 to 55, somewhere there, I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess probably around 50-ish. AU 50. Put it in about $50 to $70 range. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in thereabouts. So, again, though, very nice coin. Very nice coin. Alright, so let's go with the next oldest. This one, I tell you, I have never... This is the one and only that I have. I don't know if I'll ever have another. And I bought it because it was a cheap get for me. But, man, you're going to love this, I think. Ooh, good thing we're zoomed in. 1853, United States of America. Let's flip it. 3-cent silver piece. Now this thing is tiny. I mean, look at my thumbnail. They're tiny and thin, wafer thin. But this is what a 3-cent silver piece, also known as a trime. People call them a trime. It was made to be between the penny and the 5-cent piece, or the half dime at the time. And to help with, because at the time we had like stamps were 3 cents. You could use this. The thing is that there's less silver content in here than the actual value at that time. There's less silver content in here than the value of the coin. These things are kind of rare, though, to get in, halfway decent shape. I think this one, when I looked it up, should hit about $75 if I wanted to sell it. I don't want to sell it. It's hard to keep it focused even because it's tiny. They're so small. I mean, let's put it up here next to an Indian head. They're tiny. So I'm not going to leave it up here with the other coins because I'll probably lose it down in a crack down in there and never see it again or something. I'm going to put it back where I had it, which is I have it in just a little baggie here. I don't even have it in a flip because it'd probably fall out of a flip. So I put it in a little baggie that I can seal up to keep it safe. Now, the last coin for this one here. For this one. She's in rough shape. She's in rough shape, but it's still a very impressive coin, even in bad shape. Look at this. 1803. 1803 capped bust. Penny. You can tell, you see the 1 over 100. So this is 1/100th of a dollar. Like I say, it's in rough shape. There's no doubting that this penny has been through it. Like, big time. But I got a good deal on it. So I bought it. It's going to probably stay in my collection forever because for the money that I paid for it, even though it was a good deal, it still was quite a bit. But you try to get one of these for under 100. This one was under 100. 1803. It's the oldest coin that I personally own right now. And I don't care that it's in rough shape. Someday maybe I'll get one that's in better shape, but for now, this one I'll do. 1803. It's amazing to think about that. I mean, it's over 200 years old of American coinage. Sure, I mean, I have coins next to me right now that are older than this, but this is American coinage that's over 200 years old. That's what gets me. That's what gets me going with it when I start thinking about coins and collecting coins. Is something like this. Is something just like this. Over 200 years old. Well, 220 actually, if you want to get correct, it's 220 years old. And it still survives. That's what I'm talking about though. Is it still survived? 220 years old, and you can still make out the design at least. You can still see the date. You can still see that it's 1 cent. You can still see a lot of that detail in there at 220 years old. I mean, oh. Imagine if I was looking that good at 220. Oh. Anyway, I ramble. So there we have it. The trime, like I say, is back here so that I can keep track of it. But these are what I've chose for this episode. I'm trying to keep these episodes a little bit slow, a little bit smaller, a little shorter. But yeah, we'll take a quick look here again at a couple of them. Let's see. 1864 Indian head. I got a friend that would love to have this for his collection. And he's probably watching. He knows who he is. Awesome coin, awesome coin. Again, if you come across these 2019 and 2020 West Point quarters, especially these 2020s, but I mean any of them, you come across any of them, keep them. Get them flipped up, maybe even send them off to be slabbed up, you know, go through like Annex. And they don't sponsor me, nothing, as you know, I'm just starting out, but Annex is fairly cheap to get stuff slabbed up. PCGS, you're talking, it's going to be $30-$35 to get something slabbed. Same with NGC, but through Annex, I think you can get one of these things done for like 20, 25, something like that. So, but yeah, these are going to carry their value, I think, very, very, very well into the future. Again, it's not a perfect coin, but that's okay. I don't mind. To me, it's a beautiful coin, and that's what matters. And then we got the 220-year-old penny. And, of course, back here in a little baggie, we got the silver trime, or 3 cent, right there. That tiny little thing. So those are the coins that I brought out to show today for this installment. The only other coin that I have that probably is going to go into my personal collection, I bought it to sell it, but nobody seems real interested in it. So I think it's going to go into my personal collection now, is this 2006 Denver proof nickel. Look at the toning starting right there. And that thing is, I think that thing's flawless. I don't see any issues in the fields. I mean, I don't see any, doesn't even look to be any scratches on it. And the stuff you see is a lot of just cardboard or whatever. So this might get, I mean, it's only worth, in a proof 70, it's only worth about $30. But that's now. Wait another 20 years, 30 years, then what's it going to be worth, right? So that one I think is going to go into my PC. I think that's going to go into my PC unless somebody really wants it. Besides that, I don't have anything else for today. I have a bunch of other coins that I'm currently looking at getting to add to my PC, and I got a bunch more in there. I have decided, though, and I've shown this one before too, I have decided that this one here, this bust half dime, 1836 bust half dime is going to go into my collection. I offered it up for sale one time only for $50, and nobody bit, so that one's going to go into my personal collection now. Besides that, there's nothing else that I have out here right now that's in my personal collection or going into my personal collection. I will see what else comes up for our next video. Probably be next week. The coin roll hunt that I was going to do this week is going to be put off because the box of pennies that I got that I was going to go through are all uncirculated. 2023 Denver uncirculated pennies. And while that can lead to some great errors, I don't think it would be very fun to watch somebody going through a whole bunch of brand new shield pennies hoping to find some errors in them. Instead, those will just get either turned back into the bank or sold on to somebody else. Thanks for watching. Please remember to rate, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, thumbs up, or thumbs down if you hated it. I don't mind. I'm not going to hold it against you. But make sure you do one or the other. It helps me, helps that algorithm. Leave a comment. I try to get back to all the comments right away. Check out my other videos. Tag people, ask them to follow, to subscribe. All of it helps me out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.